Growing up, I was around so much, between the music business and, everything. But, I was sitting back, gaining all that.
What was the greatest advice you have received in your life that has stuck with you throughout your career?
Probably from my mom, is to follow your dreams. And from my pops, can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, can't stop, won't stop. I like that.
If the case happened today with all the allegations with Diddy, with 120 people at least filing against Diddy, if this would have happened now, people would have paid closer attention. They'd have said, yeah, this could be true back then.
The saga surrounding Diddy just took a darker turn, and this time the spotlight is shifting to his own family. There have been several allegations from the likes of Jaguar Wright and others that Diddy's sons, Quincy and Justin, have lived through their own version of the infamous Menendez Brothers story. If these claims hold any weight, this could be one of the most disturbing twists to date. Let's get into it. For those who don't know, the Menendez brothers made headlines in the late 80s after they unalived their parents, claiming years of SA as the motive. Back then, their allegations were largely dismissed. After all, the likes of Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby were running rampant with little consequence during that time.
What do you believe was the originating cause of you and your brother ultimately winding up your parents?
Fast forward to now, and with Diddy currently being held without bond over a series of horrifying allegations, people are starting to connect the dots and wonder what really happened behind closed doors in the Combs household. If you think about it, it's not hard to imagine how these allegations could line up. Diddy's sons, now adults, have had their own public and private struggles, including similar lawsuits against Justin and Christians involving several women. Now, here's where things get even darker. There are rumors that Diddy's sons, Justin and Christian, were forced into these infamous parties by their own father when they were still young. But that's not all, because the internet is speculating that these boys may have also been victims of misconduct at the hands of adults attending these gatherings, given they have been acting out similarly.
The alleges that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, the girl after the Video Music Awards alongside Sean Diddy Combs.
This brings up a chilling comparison to the Menendez brothers. Back in the late 80s, Lyle and Eric Menendez were convicted of unaliving their parents, Jose and Kitty Menendez. At the time, their actions were dismissed as a greedy grab for their family's wealth. They were mocked in the media, ridiculed on talk shows, and even turned into the butt of jokes on Saturday Night Live.
Then can you tell the court who did parents?
Our other two brothers, Danny Menendez and Jose Menendez Jr.
But over time, another side of their story emerged. The Menendez brothers claimed they were victims of repeated SA by their father, a powerful entertainment executive. They described years of torment, saying the mistreatment drove them to commit an unthinkable act of desperation. While many at the time dismissed their claims as an attempt to avoid responsibility, new attention to their case has brought a chilling reconsideration of what really happened in that household.
It was oral that the father made the boys perform on him.
Fast forward to today, the parallels between what the Menendez brothers endured and what Diddy's sons might have allegedly faced are unsettling. And here's where it gets even darker. Lawsuits and allegations are not just targeting Diddy, but also beginning to implicate his sons. Christian Combs has been accused of SA aboard a yacht. Justin Combs has been linked to a shocking incident where a man identified only as G was shot during a dispute involving Justin and Diddy at a recording studio. While the details remain murky, what's clear is that the environment around Diddy was far from safe, even for his own family.
What's happening is In Touch is reporting that Christian Combs, Sean Combs' son, was served with legal paperwork at his father's Miami mansion.
Drawing a parallel to the Menendez brothers' case, it's not hard to see the similarities. The Menendez brothers claimed they were forced into silence by their father's power and authority, enduring years of misconduct with no way out. The court of public opinion dismissed their cries, focusing instead on their privileged lifestyle and apparent greed. But decades later, their case is being revisited, and new generations are beginning to understand how trauma can lead to desperate actions. To make matters worse, the entertainment industry has a long history of protecting its own, especially powerful men like Diddy. Just as the Menendez brothers struggled to convince the world of their father's PDF behavior in the 80s, Diddy's alleged actions might have been swept under the rug for years. But now, with Diddy facing serious charges and being held without bond, people are starting to ask harder questions about what went on behind the scenes and what his sons might have endured. As usual, the internet had a lot to say. One user commented, "There is valid reason to me why Diddy makes people call him Quincy's dad. That man has a father who was known and present. This to me is some more of Diddy being controlling and belittling another man for his own ego pleasure." Another user shared a more chilling perspective, saying, "I have a feeling that he's going to come out and say Diddy touched him as a child. Something is off with all of this." So what happens next? The Menendez brothers case has sparked a broader conversation about how society views male victims, particularly when those victims are seen as privileged or unrelatable. Will the same scrutiny now be applied to Diddys Sons? And if their alleged experiences come to light, will the world finally listen, or will history repeat itself with their cries for help dismissed once again? Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more updates on this developing story and other breaking news. And make sure you check out the next video on the end screen. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.